Alright, with 5D, we're still in that auction, and I can't wait to be done with this auction problem. Um, the only difference between this one and 5C is that this time we're only going to display information for that item if its auction days are between 8 and 20. So there's going to be an if statement in there. Also with this one, we're going to ask for the length of auction days, of course. And I've also put in a place where we're going to ask for the bid. So in the last one we had just bid is 0 because there haven't been any yet, but I figured I'd throw that back in there because it didn't really specify which it wanted. So you'll notice that version 1 here, version 2, I'm making use of 4 arrays, so you can look that over if you want. You'd probably be best to use the first version because chapter 6 is when you start using arrays. But yeah, with this one, that's all that's really changed, is that we're only going to display information when the length of the auction for that item is between 8 and 20 days, and we're asking for the days and we're asking for the bid. So you can kind of go down that and look that over there. Minimum bid should not be in there, and I believe that it should be bid here. Yep. So if there's any other places in this that you see where there is minimum bid, I would change that and make it bid. So here's what the code looks like. I don't believe you have to have this problem coded out. And also, when you go to write the pseudocode for it, or the flowchart, the book does have something different as far as 8 and 20 goes, so just make sure you correct that. But let's go over to the flowchart here, and we've got declarations, get the ID. If the ID is not 0, then get the description, get the number of days it's going to be up for auction, get the bid, and if the auction days is between, like the length of the auction is between 8 and 20 days, then we're going to display all the information. And then we're going to get that ID again, and if it's 0, we'll exit the auction. So I'll go ahead and run the program real fast here for you, and we'll see both versions in action. Pull this up here. It's ID 20, description, item 1, length of auction days, let's have it at 10, and the bid, 50 bucks, and it displays it. So we'll see 21 here, item 2, and I'm going to have the length of auction days at 5, so it's outside of that range we want. And maybe I'm bidding 100 on it. And see, there's no display there because the condition didn't apply with the if statement. So we'll look at the second version here. And so now we're in version 2 here. If you just do the first one, it would have program ended, but since I've got another version here, we're going to go into that. So we'll have 22. Item 1, length of the auction will be 10, and bid is 50. Let's have item 23. Let's do this. And this one I'm going to have 5 there and 100. ID 24. Item 3. And we'll have this one at 18 and then 150. Now I'm just going to clear this area real fast to make some room, but it's waiting for an ID. We'll only have 2 displayed because one of them did not meet the conditions, the one that had the auction length at 5 days. So there you go. Item ID number 23, that would be the second item, is not displayed. So we've got these 2 here. And that's what's cool about arrays, is that we get it all nice and neat at the very end there. I believe that's it for this problem. We'll move on to the last one, which will be 5e. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.